beautiful morning here in the North Houston area, Spring, Texas. We got misting going on all over the place. It feels like it's in the 60s-ish, so it feels great to me. But I was going to do another video this morning, but I'm going to change up my scheduling a little bit. And we're going to do a vlog style video today. I'm just going to have you come along with me on this journey today. I have a lot to do out here. I mean, like a lot to do. Like I need to take care of this, which really bothers me. It is what it is. Join me on this. Here we go. So first things first, let's take care of this bush. This thing was a 6 or 7 year old, I think a 6-year-old Carolina jasmine bush. Very beautiful bush, as you can see right here. But the house behind me did something and killed this bush. I don't know what they did on the other side of that fence, but it's gone. So I'm just gonna cut it right down to the stalk and hopefully it'll grow back. I don't know. But I'm tired of how this looks. I mean, this just looks horrible. So it's time to get it out of here. And so that's what I'm gonna do right now. Or I'm gonna try, because it's mixed in with all those roses. So I'm gonna be real careful so I don't get got. But I already know I'm gonna get got. It's inevitable. So I'm gonna take care of this right now, totally change up this corner. And I also wanna start trimming out this corner over here. It's time for some of this to go. Now I know winter will take care of the lantanas, but I'm just gonna start really changing up stuff around this garden. It's time. Okay, so that's only half. That's only half this thing. I still got the rest of that to go. But it's coming along. So, good grief. This isn't fun would be an understatement. This sucks. Okay. Well, I will definitely say that does not look better. But when it's dead, right? It's got to come out. But look at all this right here. Look at all that. That's a lot, y'all. That's 6 years, I think, of that plant growing. Whew, I'm tired. All right, one cool thing about doing something like this is you find stuff you forgot about. Like that owl. I am not touching these rose bushes today. I don't have the gloves for it. But I at least got that out of there. So now I can continue tightening this all up and making this look good. This container here is so fragile from the sun baking it for years that you can't even really get near it without it breaking. Like, just look at that. Just So that's going to be a lot of fun trying to get out of here without it breaking into 1,000 pieces, but I'll get her done. But that's that, y'all. For the most part, this little section is done. We'll obviously clean all this up at another time. Just wasn't prepared for the roses. I completely forgot, honestly, that rose bush extended into this bush the way it did. And I don't have the gloves for it, so I'm not even attempting that right now. But we are going to switch gears once I get this taken care of, and we are going to jump onto this bed right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this bed right here behind me is I'm going to do this in sections. I'm only going to do one section today because the section on this side will be an entire video by itself. But what I'm going to excuse me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten all this up. I'm going to get the single seed challenge plants 2023 out of here because they've died. I'm going to tighten up all this basil. And I'm going to really make this corner look right because I have ramping cotty zucchinis growing down here and they need sun. And they're kind of getting blocked out by all this basil. So I am going to shave this basil down. I know the bees need it this time of year, but I'm going to leave what I can, but I am going to shave a lot of this out of here. Or I'm going to cut a lot of this out of here. Okay, and I'm done. Now, I want to show one thing. I went ahead and left in the root system to the 2 tomato plants. I don't know right there if you can see them. I don't like to pull or really affect what's under the ground as far as the highways of all the earthworms and microphysial insects and just all that. I want to leave all that alone. So I leave the roots in there because they will decay over time. And it will just add more nutrients to the soil as it decays. So that's why I just cut them at the base and leave them in. I just don't want to disturb everything that's underneath. But that section for the most part is done, everyone. That didn't take very long. And I'm just going to kind of leave it like this, see how these take off. Hopefully they'll really spring. Hopefully these ramping cotty zucchinis will start to take off now that the weather's calmed down from the heat. The eggplants are doing good, and like I said, I'll do an entire video on this side of the garden in the near future. Okay, the next part I want to do is take care of my bean and peas section right here and start trellising everything the way it should be trellised. Because as you can see, these beans are starting to come up these tomato cages and over there. And I've already got the trellis system going on that side, but I need to go ahead and knock it out all over here and then trim up some of this basil that's just falling over into this section. Now I think we're good on this. The importance of doing this right now is because if you look, these are all starting to slowly get to the top. Like that one's already got to the top, so I need to actually put another one right here for that one. But I want them coming up the vine. And as long as they continue doing that, they'll continue growing at a good pace, putting on beans. And as you can see, we're already starting to get life at the end of the vines here, so that's exciting. But yeah, so that's done. And again, y'all, this isn't a video to really be entertaining or anything. I'm just showing y'all what I'm doing. I told you I would show y'all what I do, even the most non-glamorous parts of what I do here in the garden. But I have 2 more things I'm going to do real quick. One, I need to amend this bed right here because I'm going to put carrots in here. And that video is coming soon. And then the last thing I need to do is just take all this out. Tighten this up. I think I'm just going to amend these beds for now. Leave them alone over the next coming 4 or 5 months. Just let the nutrients and everything soak into the soil. And then those beds will be ready to rock and roll for spring. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take everything out and just amend them. I think, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so I'm going to cut these vines. Now, these are bean vines and cucumber vines. Now, I'm not going to pull out the bean roots because at the bottom of bean roots is capsules of nitrogen. And what I want is the nitrogen to stay in the soil. That's what we call nitrogen fixation. You're putting the nitrogen in the soil from beans. So I'm going to cut the beans at the base in order to leave the root system intact. I'm going to save beans like these and like these right here. I'm going to dry them out and I'm going to use them next spring again. But these are just cowpeas, purple hull cowpeas. So y'all, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off right here. The rest of the video is just gonna be music and me finishing up what I just mentioned I'm gonna do. I'm gonna amend that section over there for the carrots. I'm gonna amend those beds. I'm gonna clean up this yard because it looks crazy right now from everything that I did. And yeah, we're rocking and rolling here in fall. But y'all take care, God bless. Get in your gardens, continue prepping. And I wanna say this right now, if y'all have not started ordering your seeds for spring, do it now before the rush comes down the road. Baker Creek is just starting to put out their 2024 catalog. I got the small version. The big version's coming soon. I can't wait to get that thing. It's like Christmas for me when I see it. And I've already ordered a lot of seeds for spring already. And I advise you all to do the same. Y'all take care, and I'll talk to y'all again soon. Bye.